anti-malaria drug may have prevented COVID-19 from worsening. Sepang and Kota Samarahan declared COVID-19 red zones. Welcome to Updates at Noon with me, Renee Fong. The use of an anti-malarial drug appears to have prevented COVID-19 from worsening and thus contributed to fewer patients in the ICU. Health Director General Datuk Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah said hospitals that have been administering hydroxychloroquine on an off-label basis since the outbreak began had recorded a low admission of 5% COVID-19 patients into the ICU wards compared to 10% in other countries.
Jadi dia punya side effect, kita pantau side effect dia, tetapi kesan dia daripada kategori 1 dan 2, tetapi dia tak menular ataupun tak jadi lebih teruk lagi ke kategori 4 dan 5. Jadi dengan itu kita rasa obat tu dapat membantu dari segi inflamasi, jadi kurang pesakit kita masuk ke ICU dan juga memerlukan bantuan pernafasan. Kalau kita lihat sekarang ni, mereka yang masuk ke ICU lebih kurang 5% saja. Kalau kita banding dengan negara lain, 10%. Ada salah satu kemungkinan ialah kerana kita menggunakan obat ni pada peringkat yang awal.
Datuk Dr. Nur Hisham further explained that there are 5 categories of COVID-19 patients in the country. The first category is positive without risk. Second is low risk, while the third is pneumonia without any breathing difficulties. The fourth category is pneumonia with the need for breathing apparatus, while the fifth is the category that needs breathing assistance. The Health DG said 88% of the cases fall into the first and second categories, adding that the cumulative total of patients who have recovered from the disease is at 30%, while the fatality rate is at 1.6%. On another note, Datuk Dr. Nur Hisham said out of the nearly 4,000 COVID-19 cases in the country, 69 have been identified by the Health Ministry as sporadic, where the source of infection cannot be traced. He said these were detected from tests that were conducted on patients who have influenza-like illness, ILI, and severe acute respiratory infection, SARI.
Kes sporadik, memang kita ada kes sporadik. Kalau kita lihat dalam kita punya setiap hari kita akan buat ujian untuk COVID-19, kes sporadik. Dan kes sporadik kita, kalau untuk AILI dan SARI, kita telah laksanakan 8,025 ujian untuk mengesan sama ada kes tersebut ada di lampangan. Tapi yang negatif, yang positif adalah setakat ini ialah 69 kes yang positif dan negatif ialah 7,956. Jadi kita ada kes sporadik tetapi tak banyak, 69 yang kes sporadik, yang mana kita tak tahu kes sporadik ni asal jangkitan tu dari mana.
The Health Ministry today classified 2 more areas as COVID-19 red zones. The 2 areas are Sepang in Selangor and Kota Samarahan in Sarawak. Sepang is the 5th district in Selangor and Kota Samarahan is the 2nd district in Sarawak to be declared red zones. A red zone is district which has reported more than 40 COVID-19 cases. There are now 23 red zones in the country. In a related development, foreign missions whose nationals are affected by the Enhanced Movement Control Order, MCO, imposed on 2 flats at Jalan Masjid India will be notified. Federal Territories Minister Tan Sri Anwar Musa says most of the residents at the Selangor Mansion and Malayan Mansion flats are from Pakistan, India and Bangladesh. Thus, the ministry will cooperate with their high commissions. Tan Sri Anwar said they will cooperate with the residents in relaying the information on the enhanced MCO and will be broadcasted via loud hailers to the residents in the languages of the 3 nationalities as well. He said the authorities have recorded 15 positive cases from the area so far.
Sekitar Jalan Masjid India itu saja tak kurang dari 8,000 penduduk yang terlibat dengan pengukuhan konsep kawalan pergerakan. Dan saya tadi juga telah bincang supaya Yang Berhormat Timbalan Menteri menjadi supremo in charge of penguatkuasaan khusus di dalam Masjid India, kerana di situ terlibat 3 nationality, India, Bangladesh dan Pakistan.
Although there have been no cases of arrests involving illegal immigrants entering and exiting the country during the MCO, the authorities will still continue to tighten security at borders, especially locations known as potential rat routes. Home Minister Datuk Sri Hamzah Zainuddin said measures include hunting down locals who conspired with bringing in foreign workers illegally into the country.
Daripada darat kita bagi tahu hari ini, kalau di darat kita ada PDRM dan juga Angkatan Tentera ATM. Kalau di laut kita ada Marine Police, kita ada APMM dan juga Navy. Maka apa yang kita bincang tadi adalah kerjasama ini kita lakukan. Segala information yang kita dapat daripada darat kita bagi tahu kepada rakan-rakan kita yang di atas laut.
127 tourists from various European countries and who have been staying at several tourist locations in Pahang have refused to go home due to the COVID-19 pandemic. All of them who had been in the country before the Movement Control Order (MCO) was enforced have instead requested to be allowed to stay in the country until the situation subsides. Pahang Police Chief Dato' Abdul Jalil Hassan said there are currently 85 foreign tourists stuck in Pulau Tioman, while 42 others are in Cameron Highlands. All of them who had gone through health screening process and have been certified as healthy have asked for a visa extension.
Kita telah menyaring mereka dibantu oleh Kementerian Kesihatan Daerah, Trompin dan Cameron Highlands, dan mereka telah disahkan negatif daripada COVID-19 dan mereka telah memohon dengan pihak immigration untuk diberi kebenaran tinggal seterusnya sehingga betul-betul bersih untuk mereka balik ke negara asal mereka.
A total of 7,000 Malaysian Armed Forces MAF personnel have been deployed to assist the Royal Malaysia Police in enforcing the second phase of the Movement Control Order (MCO) beginning 1st April. Army Chief General Tan Sri Ahmad Hasbullah Muhammad Nawawi said during the first phase of the MCO from 18th to 31st March, between 5,000 and 6,000 MAF personnel had been mobilised. Tan Sri Ahmad Hasbullah said the number was increased following the stricter rules enforced during the second phase of the MCO. He said in addition to assisting the MCO operations through roadblocks, some 5,000 personnel are tasked with maintaining security and order in the country's borders. He added that MAF's involvement in enforcing the MCO has also helped the compliance rate reach 99%. Tan Sri Ahmad Hasbullah said the MAF also helped in the enforcement of enhanced MCO in several areas such as Simpang Renggam, Johor, Sungai Lui, Selangor and Menara City 1 in Kuala Lumpur by mobilising 20 personnel at one time. The MAF are also actively assisting and monitoring the delivery of essential items including food in the interior parts of Sabah and Sarawak beginning last Sunday, and it is scheduled to take place until this Friday. The Army Chief also confirmed that there have been no COVID-19 positive cases among MAF personnel. Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin yesterday received contributions amounting to 4 million ringgit from corporate companies for the COVID-19 fund, bringing the total amount collected to date to 22.6 million ringgit. In a brief event held at the Perdana Putra building, Telekom Malaysia Berhad, represented by its chairman Rosli Man, contributed 2 million ringgit. Sunway Berhad, represented by Sunway Berhad Malaysia and Singapore Property Development Division Managing Director Serena Chia, and Renhill Berhad, represented by Datuk Sri Kamaruddin Ambok, each contributed 1 million ringgit. Meanwhile, Tan Sri Muhyiddin also received donations involving personal protective equipment PPE worth 2 million ringgit from Western Digital Sdn Berhad, presented by Group Chairman Datuk Syed Hussein Al-Junaid. The Premier, in a post on his Facebook page, said that until yesterday, 5.68 million ringgit from the fund had been channeled to the National Welfare Foundation YKN for purchasing daily necessities to be donated to those affected by the outbreak. The Prime Minister said 195,000 ringgit was also distributed to 39 next of kin of COVID-19 victims as bayaran ihsan kematian. In addition, he said special assistance amounting to 13,400 ringgit had been given to workers who had lost their source of income or whose wages were not paid among the COVID-19 contacts. 2 men were killed after they were struck by lightning during a storm at a shed in front of a house in Kampung Hujung Becah, Sik Kedah, yesterday evening. At the same time, 30 houses were damaged as the storm wreaked havoc at a village near Sik. Sik Police Chief DSP Abdul Razak Osman, in confirming the incident, identified the victims as Idrus Ahmad, 35, and Muhammad Zulkifli Qasim, 44. Both died at the scene. Elaborating further, DSP Abdul Razak said both men's bodies have been sent to Hospital Sik for post-mortem, adding that they are still investigating the incident. According to the Sik branch of the Malaysian Civil Defence Force, APM, the 5:30 p.m. incident had resulted in severe damages to almost 30 homes as strong winds blew rooftops away. APM Sik also received calls regarding trees falling on top of houses at Kampung Tanjung, Kampung Sena and Beris Jaya. The Kuala Lumpur Standard Chartered Marathon KLSCM 2020, scheduled to take place on 13th and 14th June this year, has been cancelled. KLSCM 2020 Project Director Rainer Beemans, in a statement issued by the event organizer, Dirigo Events, said the cancellation of the yearly event was due to the uncertainties brought about by the still developing COVID-19 global pandemic. Beeman said the health and safety of the runners, organising crew, volunteers, medical personnel, officials and police personnel are top priority. And after consultations with all relevant stakeholders, the organiser could not, in good conscience, proceed with the event without being able to guarantee everyone's safety. He also noted that all remaining running clinics, the Race Entry Pack Collection RPC and the Active Lifestyle Expo for KLSCM 2020 have also been cancelled. He added that the Run for a Reason RFAR charity initiative will continue until 14th May, and all funds raised thus far will be disbursed to the respective charity beneficiaries. The KLSCM project director added that they planned to have KLSCM 2021 at a similar time period as this year, which is the second week of June. And that concludes today's updates at noon. In our top story, anti-malaria drug may have prevented COVID-19 from worsening. News on 2 comes on at 7 this evening. I'm Renee Fong. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.